Well, every year our international board meets in a country hosted by one of the chefs of the board. And some years ago we decided, well, I think first we will connect with the culture, with traditions, with the communities here in Japan, and the connection is very important for us. And then I'm sure that we are going to get inspired. We are going to reflect about what's going on in Japanese gastronomy, how traditions are evolving, how new generations are taking the lead. So I think it's going to be very inspiring. Gastronomy, it's a very important sector for the future, for positive transformation, and all the professionals of gastronomy are taking a very important role in that, promoting culture, promoting innovation, sustainability, taking care of communities, and we are working for that, to promote the evolution of gastronomy for the future.
バスク政府とそれからBCC バスクキュリナリーセンターが主催をするワールドプライズという世界中から集まったシェフがですね、この地球上で起きている社会問題全てに対して料理人としてどう関わっていけるかという会議を毎年やってるんですけども、これをいよいよ日本で行いたいということになっていまして、本来ですと2020年に行う予定だったんですが、コロナの影響でですねずっと伸びて、この2023年、ちょうど世界中がコロナからですねなんとか抜け出していくきっかけになる年に、この日本、そして富山でですね行うことができて本当に嬉しく思っています。世界中で地球上ねいろんなことが起きている中で、やっぱり正直に話し合ってどう解決というかいい方向に向かうきっかけを作るかですね。今回もですねやっぱりじゃあ食の安全というものは本当に何なのかと考えた時に、貧富の激しい国であれば毎日の生活が精一杯の人たちにとって安全である食事よりももう食べるものを確保するということがまず第一優先になるとかですね、やっぱりそういう本当に切実な話も出てきます。ですからやっぱり地球上のあらゆる人の角度からものを見ることができる、それを日本で行うことができるというのは今後やっぱり大きいと思いますね。
Well, first we need to look at food. It's been here since the beginning of time. It's a vital way of feeding ourselves, but also the community. You know, food through centuries has been used as a weapon. And I think what we have to recenter of that food is power, food is culture, and we have to take care of it. We have to take care of the food system, the ecosystem. You know, as cook, we have an incredible opportunity because we've been giving a tool to be a bridge to a customer, to the next generation, to our children. If we destroy this planet, then you and I are not going to be able to eat anymore. So I think that it's a very complex, but for a long time, I don't think we looked at it that way. We look at it as a transaction. But food is not a transaction. It's a really important way of connecting, communing. Well, food is a part of us, a part of the planet. So if we don't treat it well, then we don't have anything. We're going to get sick. We're going to, So for me, it's like, what is the solution? I think the solution, seeing and talking about it and starting to really, with a lot of humility and being vulnerable about, things that perhaps we don't know and things that we know and bring people together to the table. That's why we have to bring people together and talk with each other and be able to communicate and also being able to be seen. You have to see the others. You got to listen to the other. You have to understand that you might not know all the answer. We have to come together and find solutions because the world is in trouble, actually.
Gastronomy is one arm of food, something that everybody does all over the world, something that involves a lot of activities: agriculture, farming, fishing, environment, economics, involves to every human being in the world, which is eating. So gastronomy is a platform for that. Gastronomy is, we think about gastronomy, we think also a lot of times about restaurants. Restaurants are spaces of happiness, of pleasure, but also are like the kind of spaces that can show a lot of people what's behind the ingredients, where they come from, who are they doing those ingredients, and start talking about all the things. Of course, restaurants will not solve the problems, chefs will not solve the problems, but we can share through our plates, through our recipes, through our dishes, all these stories that are around that could make think the ones that have the power, the ones that have the knowledge in every area that involves food, cooking, and gastronomy. So chefs were born to give pleasure, to share what we do, to try to give a little moment of happiness.
The whole project of Iwa is pure love for Japan. I've been developing really affinities with the country, the cultures for so long that there has been a moment when I've been feeling that I had to contribute. You know, when you love, you got to contribute. You got to be on projects. Not mimicking the existing production, which is at the highest of anything, which cannot be surpassed. The 1,200 years of activity, and I cannot, and I never would intend to surpass anything. It's just impossible. So it's just coming up with a personal interpretation, personal reading of what sake can be, while remaining true to it, remaining true to the essence of sake, to the essence of Japan. And all in all, I would say the ambition is really to make it deeply and proudly rooted in Japan, belonging to Japan, and yet all at the same time to embrace the diversity of the cultures of the world and their cuisines, to create moments outside the Japanese moments. Well, it's the ambition, it's the way things have been coming up. It's work in progress. I strongly believe that it's big times for the world of sake. It could be the next big thing in the wine and spirit industry to the world. And Iwa wants to be part of it, to contribute again, and if we can really even lead in some aspects, bridging the world of sake and the world of wine. It's where I come from. I think I'm able to bridge it.
富山県の岩瀬、しかもその奥にある岩という世界的には非常に有名な醸造家がやってらっしゃるブルワリーで、こういうイベントが行われたということをとても感慨深く思ってます。世界のトップのシェフの方がですね、この岩のこのブルワリーもさることながら、この自然であったり空気であったり、土地、あとはそこから生み出された産物をですね、直に味わっていただくというのは、これは非常に大きな試みだと思いますし、これがどんどん発信されていくことが本当に日本の地方のですね、素材がですね発信されていく、非常に一つのいろいろやってますけどね、日本中どこでも これがまた大きな発信になればなというふうに思っています。
ここの場所っていうのはすごく有名な観光地ってわけではないです。ただ今こうやって集まられた方々が土地の食材を食べてすごく喜んでくださって、こういうところでまず観光の可能性みたいなものをもっと広く感じることができたなっていうのは、我々がそうだった時もそうだと思うんですが、外国に行ったら地元の方が美味しいなって思うようなものをぜひ食べてみたい。バスクの方々が来られて類似性というお話をされてたんですけれども、その標高の差、それから山と海が近いというような状況がすごくバスクに似てるんだというお話をいただきました。富山の中にいるとわからない魅力みたいなもの、そういうものを気づかせていただいて、これからこの展開をしていくときにはやはりまずは温故知新といいますかですね、自分たちの持っているものに気づく、そのために外から来た方々にいろんなことを教えてもらえる。
This World Prize was founded 12 years ago.
Yeah, well, this year we are announcing the 8th winner. So we started thinking about that when in 2010 we created this international board. At that first meeting, we started to talk about social dimension of gastronomy, and it was a process of thinking how we can do more.
It was important to select chefs as the board members, correct?
Yeah, because I would say in the origin of the Basque Culinary Center is cuisine, are the chefs. So from that we have built like a very wide multidisciplinary ecosystem.
And they have already contributed with the social issues, not just as being a restaurant owners or chefs, I believe, to voice, be outspoken voices to face those social issues. But my question is that has the social issues in each country have changed or evolved in the last 8 years so much, or has the problems always been the same in the last 8 years?
In a general sense, they maintain to be similar. I mean, because you talk about social development, rural development, education, health, probably in the last years, sustainability. It's like a stronger area where there are more chefs. In climate change, like a new ways of developing gastronomy. Yeah, there are some variations, but in maintaining, we like to see how there is a diversity, of initiatives in the wide area of gastronomy. I think we are, in a sense, committed to show to society that chefs can be actors, agents of transformation, and also to show that one person can make a difference. Anyone can be an agent of transformation.
Why is it so important to be held in Japan?
Well, I would say first, Japan has been and is very important for us, like a culture, like a territory, like a country that has influenced so much modern gastronomy. Probably it's hard to believe, but from Japan sometimes I feel that you are not aware that it has been and it is a very influential country.
What is the biggest expectancy that you have that this entire symposium of WPC being held in Japan?
Well, Japan is a special country for us. It's a special culture. You respect a lot the traditions, and I think in the future we need traditions. We need identity. We need each culture have their identity. the global world is not good for, I think, for the humanity. We need difference, we need points of view, we need different cultures, different gastronomic cultures, and different ecosystems of our biodiversity. The action to cook is very powerful in the families. We need learn this knowledge at the new generations in the schools to connect this future with the products as a kitchen, the domestic kitchen. You know, I think it's very important at this point. You know, this connection with the kitchen, but is one of the tradition we lost in this time. The people don't cook at home, and I need in the future cook at home to recover the culture and the connection with the landscape and the nature and the products, the local products. I think it's important. I think this is very simple, but it's very important, I think, for the future.
Has the symposium evolved for the last? Has he answered that question?
Oui, depuis le début, oui, mais en disant qu'à chaque session, il y a des problèmes différents qui sont évoqués. Aujourd'hui, moi, je trouve que franchement, il y a une bascule de société. Il faut retrouver un peu de nouvelles règles. Voilà.
What is the role of a chef?
Yeah. Well.
You know, a chef is not someone that cooks. A chef is someone that has been given the responsibility to have the opportunity and the consciousness to touch nature. And they take nature, and they take whatever nature and put that on the plate. There is a commune, you have to commune back. This is, and the responsibility also, it's about, as a human, we can't be detached to the ecosystem and what's happening. So when you say, yeah, there is different country, there is different problem, but at the end of the day, we have one world, we have one humanity, with respecting the culture. I think every culture needs to have a respect the way they do things. Yet I think we can have a conversation about how we can change things.
I really hope you can transmit. There's going to be many students of mine today.
Oh, okay.
Here, so I really hope that your message will transmit and transcends to my students.
I mean, what is your purpose in life? Why are we here? Are we here for ourselves, or are we here to be the bridge of the next generation?
That's my answer. My whole purpose is to nurture students. So.
Yes, we are nurturing, you know.
But in Asia, we also have that commitment as well, that, to take, the tool, which is the cooking, and as a chef, to do something for the better world, to change the world to be the better place as well.
Do you feel that chefs should have more voices for those issues?
I believe so, because for me, I think chef is our duty is to feeding people, and then eating is one of the most important things in the life of human, and then that is a big issue, and then to do that and go only just cooking and then say nothing, I think that time has passed, I think, and then we should have the voice, what we think, and how we should change it to the different direction, especially in terms of the ingredient, the sustainability. We, touching the product every day. We is the one who design, what product to buy and everything. So we actually dictate a lot what the world could be in terms of sustainability, and then to tell the customer what they should eat. And then so I think yes, the answer is we should do much more.
What do you think is the importance of this event being held in Japan?
I think it's very important, and it's, of course, I think Japan is a very good representative of Asia. It's like the first door of Asia, and I think it's good that all the chefs, from around the world, all the big famous chefs, they come to see Japan, to experience the cuisine, to experience the cultures, and see that's the example of how precious of the heritage of the cuisine we have in Asia. And then Japan is, a perfect example and perfect representative for the first time. And I think cannot be any more perfect place to Basque Culinary to host this council meeting in Japan.
The foundation that you have built in your country, how is it relatable to the problems that are arising around the world, do you think?
Well, we believe our foundation is about education and information. So we work a lot with women, with the poverty of the people, with education, with the kids. So try to teach them how it's good for your body, the relationship, back them with the relationship with the nature, with the foods, connecting again with the ingredients with the Mother Earth. So that's what our work is about. We have a lot of different countries, different culture, different people, but I believe we are struggling with the same. If we talk about culinary, we are struggling with talking about how we can deal with the new generation, how we can put there on the path, how we can put the people and the kids, they are the future, to their beliefs, how food can change the community, can change the city, how can change the world. So I think this panel, we are talking not just about one country, but we are talking about the future.
I come from a country where people used to, if I didn't eat meat, my meal wasn't full. And I think we are in a moment in the world, and we know that we need to open up to the realities of what we should eat in every country, that we need to eat a lot of vegetables, we need to eat less processed grains, and not through only nutritional favors of that, but of the biodiversity that it goes with having a different diet for the whole population, not the privileged ones that are our clients. So I think we should always have that in mind, that it's not only for the few, but we have to communicate for the many. Because we can edit like a very three simple messages that we can all develop through our own realities and contexts and lives. But if we manage to grab 3 ideas and to hold on for them until the next, and see if we can make a little difference to inspire or to make an inception of one of those ideas inside of someone else's mind, because we have an institution behind us like the Basque, that they make the research sometimes. Sometimes we can ask the Basque, okay, let's find out what we can say about this issue. That is not what I heard, what my friend told me, or is what we've seen and they study it. And that's very important, I think, in a world where lies and truth almost weigh the same today.
今日のセッションを聞いて、自身が、以降にお店を建てたりとか、できる未来があったら、その時はお客様にその自然環境のこととか、食材の生産者のどのようなつながりがあるかだとか、そういうこともお伝えできるような、シェフになりたいです。
世界の問題だったり、地球温暖化や、砂漠化、そのようなもう地球の問題の、大きなテーマとしてセッションしていて、そこにまず驚いたことと、食に携わるということのなんでしょう、なんか難しさだったり、こんな大変なところまで手を伸ばすのかっていう、驚き、今日は本当にとにかく驚いたことが多かったですし、発見が多くありました。自分の足で世界を飛び回って大冒険したいという夢がありますので、今回のセッションを聞いて、日本国内だけではなく世界にどのような問題だったり、もちろん問題だけではなく良い面もあると思うので、そういう面も現地へ足を運んで自分の目で見ていけるようなものに なったかなと思います。
普段は、学校の授業を受けて実習をして非常に楽しく過ごしていたんですけれども、こうやって外に出させていただいて、海外の素晴らしいシェフの貴重な話聞けてすごく有意義でしたし、今まで食の世界ってとても綺麗な世界で、美味しいものを提供して、幸せになってもらうっていうところが素晴らしいなと思ったんですけれども、実はその反面で、社会的にはすごくいろんな課題を抱えているんだなっていうことがすごく実感しました。美味しいものを作るっていう観点だけではなくて、そういった社会的な問題についても目を向けて、生産者さんの話をちゃんと、実際に聞きに行ったりですとか、そういった話を聞いて、自分なりに、できることを社会のためにできることを考えて、行動できる一流の料理人になれたらなというふうに思っています。
世界的に人口が増加し、人間社会の営みが拡大していく中、自然と共生をするライフスタイルへの関心が高まっています。私たちが暮らす日本に存在するさまざまな文化資源の根源には、自然との共生を軸とした精神があります。地球社会の中で日本の役割が求められている現代に、私たち内閣府、クールジャパン、官民連携プラットフォームとして社会を好転させていくようなアップサイクルをどのように推進していくべきか、今回は対談を通じて多くのヒントを紡ぐことができました。 Future Food Design of Japan、 食から紡ぐ日本の未来価値、これからも探求の旅を続けたいと思います。